As a realtor, it's super important to go on one-to-ones every day. You have to be out there meeting builders, investors, CPAs, financial planners, divorce attorneys, all these people to build a better referral network and ultimately better relationships. But most of us just don't do it. We don't have time to build a list, make the calls, schedule the appointments, so we just throw it all aside and we just don't do it at all. But it's super important to do, and the only way to do it is to delegate this process out, to use virtual professionals. Use the process we're going to talk about right here today, and I'll show you how to do it, and you'll be able to get your time back, make more money, and again, most importantly, build better relationships. And I'll show you how to do that as soon as we get back. All right, welcome back. And today I want to go over with you one more time how to use a process in order to get more appointments and build more relationships. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to go over this process so that you can see how somebody else can build the list, make the calls for you. So all you have to do is go on the appointments. So let's take a look at that right now. Let me go ahead and grab this right here. I'm going to draw it out and I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, guys, let's go over what this process looks like. So again, this is the scheduling process. So you don't have to be out there building a list, making the calls, all that. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. So what we're going to do is we're going to use red for you having to do the work, okay? And then we use green for the VA doing it for you, so that way you can get an idea of how much more stuff that they're going to be doing for you. So once again, this is the scheduling process. So the very first thing you're going to need to do is you need to set expectations. All right, and the way you're going to do that is you're going to complete a form. All right, so that's a step one of this process, is complete the form. All right, so that's something that the agent is going to do. Then from there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get that list built. And the person who's going to do that is going to be the VA. So go list. All right, that's going to be the VA is going to do that for you, so you don't have to do that. Next step is going to be once the agent does, or once the VA does build the list, you're going to want to review that list with them. All right, so let's go over that really quick. We're just going to draw this out. So review. And guys, this is what we're going to call engagement. All right, so part of the delegation process is set expectations, have engagement, and the last part is going to be accountability. So engagement's going to be review. You don't want them to build this list and then not even check it, and then it turns out it's completely wrong. So you're going to check that. So that's going to be the agent, right? And it's going to be the VA are going to be doing this together, okay? And that's literally probably like a 10-minute phone call, all right? All right, next one's going to be the VA is going to make the calls. And also, you guys, when they're making the calls, right, they're also scheduling. So it's not only making the calls, but it's also scheduling. All right. Next part is going to be the agent. Go on the appointments. Then after you go on the appointments, the VA is going to send thank you cards. All right. And the last portion of this whole thing, a review. All right, and this is going to be the accountability portion of it. And this is going to be the agent and the VA. And that's it. So that's basically what it's going to look like. If you want to take a look at this from, a time perspective, what's it actually going to take to do all this? You're looking at probably 10 minutes for you to fill this form out. So this is how much time that you're going to spend, right? You got 10 minutes to do this review. You're going to go on all these appointments. So the average appointment, you're probably looking at about, I'd say at least 30 minutes per appointment. If you go on 5 appointments, you're looking at about 2.5 hours for appointments, right? 2.5 hours. And then you're probably going to have about 10 minutes for this review. So you're going to spend about 3 hours total on this whole entire thing. All right. Now, how much time is the VA going to spend on all this? Well, they're going to be building this list of people that you want specifically. So they literally have to find the people you want and do all that. I bet this is probably going to take them and I'm going to say probably 2 hours to build this list. Okay. Then they're going to make all the calls for you. That's probably going to take about another, and scheduling, right? So making the calls and making the appointments, that's probably going to be another 2 hours of phone calls. And then they're going to do these thank you cards in the end. That's probably going to take another hour. So literally in this process right here, you are saving 5 hours. If you were to do this on a regular basis every week, you're saving 5 hours a week. So let's go ahead and let's take a little deeper look into what this looks like as far as step one. Let's take a look at the form, all right? So you guys, this is the form right here that you're going to want to fill out, okay? This is what's going to set the expectation with the virtual assistant. This is what's going to let them know what kind of list you want built out. So I highly recommend you fill out a form just like this, okay? And we'll leave this on a link below when you're ready, okay? Let's go step number 2. Okay, let's look at this a little bit more closely, is building the list. Again, guys, set the expectations. The VA is going to know how to build the list you want, okay? And that's going to be right here, all right? The next part is going to be engagement, okay? You got to have engagement with the VA. You can't just have them do this process and never look at it again. So the next part is create engagement. You got to set up a time to review with them. You want to review the list that they're building. Okay, you want to make sure they're building the proper list, what you were expecting, and not that they're building this list and now you're going on appointments with people you didn't even want to meet. So make sure as soon as they're done building that list, you take a look at it. Okay. So step number 4 is calls. This is where the VA is going to make the calls. Okay. I'm going to go ahead right now and let you guys take a look at when the VAs, what kind of script they might want to use. So go ahead and take a look at this right now.
Hi John, I know you're busy. We'll make this quick. My name is Queenie and I work with Joe Fox. He's a realtor at Lord & Co. Real Estate. He's looking to build more relationships with professionals like yourself. Would you be interested in having a cup of coffee Thursday or Friday?
All right, guys. Not only in step 4 are they making the calls like you just saw, right? You just saw the VA who made the calls, and you guys can always change that up if you want. But the next thing is they need to schedule, right? They need to schedule the appointments for you. So when they do get someone who says, yeah, they'd love to meet you, what are they going to use? Are they going to use Calendly? Are you going to use Appointment Core? You should use some sort of booking link. That way that they can just go on there, they can click the link. It's going to come up with the times that you're available, and they'll go ahead and book it for you. You'll get an alert, so will they. And that way you guys, and it also sends them alert the day before and the day of. So that way that you get that reminder, and hopefully nobody forgets to show up. Okay. The step number 5 is you're going to go on the appointment. All right. So this is where you're going to go meet the person, make sure that you kind of take notes. Are you meeting the right people? Are you not meeting the right people? Okay. Step 6, the virtual assistant is going to send out thank you cards. They're going to send out cards saying that you were glad to meet them and that you were excited about, the time you spent with them. And hopefully you guys end up building some sort of a referral partnership together. Okay. Step number 7, the last, is creating accountability. You want to create the accountability with the virtual assistant. You want to sit down and go over some things with them, like, did you meet the right people that week? Okay. And if you didn't, why didn't you meet the right people? All right. Did you have the right number of appointments? Did you request to have 5? You only had 4. Why weren't they able to get the 5 for you? Right. Did anybody cancel? And if they did cancel, did you find out about it before you showed up? Okay. Did the cards all go out? Was the VA able to send all those thank you cards out? And the last one, what would you do different next week? Did you meet all the right people? Did you didn't? Would you change it up? Maybe you want to meet maybe more builders than investors, or maybe more investors than builders. What were you making the best connection with? And then have the VA focus on that for the following week, right? So if you like this process, you like this information, you guys go ahead and there's going to be a link below. You can go ahead and go to the landing page. There's going to be, all you got to do is put your information in. You'll end up getting this appointment sheet here, as well as the process and the scripts that we have for it. So go ahead and take a look at that. If you like the information that we're making here, go ahead and subscribe below, hit like, and have a great day, and hope to see you next time.